Hi, this is Wes from the Wealth Builders Club, and I want to welcome you to the Infinity Marketing Group Compensation Strategies, one of our many business and success seminars. This is the IMG E1 K1 TAPS compensation plan. E1 means each one, and K1 means keeps one. Each one keeps one, and TAPS means threshold auto purchase placement system. And we realize that many of you might be here viewing this for the first time. We completely understand. If you're going to watch this, you will not get the full understanding of how it works. But we want to take you back to the beginning and have you review the information before coming to this webinar and watching this, because we want you to understand it works. You know, the system works, everything works, but we want you to get the full understanding of it. But before I do that, let me share with you that this whole strategy, the whole hub of this strategy is centered around this coin, the Silver American Eagle Bullion coin. You're going to learn how to accumulate these numbers in masses, and also you'll be able to convert them to gold American Eagle Bullion coins as well as platinum. We call this our Infinite Syndication Savings Plan, and not only will you learn how to accumulate this coin on a monthly basis by the masses, but you're also going to learn something else. You're going to earn a dual income. You will accumulate this coin, which will come directly to wherever you want it shipped to, and you're also going to receive a monthly income that will increase as everyone duplicates the process. That will be transferred directly to your bank account. As your income ever increases monthly, your accumulation of these silver American Eagle bullion coins, as well as cash that will be shipped directly to your bank account, this is going to be an ongoing process for everyone that simply duplicates the process. And as you're going to see when Mr. Aldridge explains the system, you are going to understand how profound this software is in absolutely creating this endless income strategy. So not only the silver coins will continue increasing every month, shipped to whatever location that you want, but your income will be consistently increasing. As long as we grow our teams and everyone continues duplicating the process. But let me share with you the information that you really need. We want to introduce to you the founder of the Infinity Marketing Group, Mr. James E. Aldridge. We want you to get very, very familiar with the trials that this incredible person went through in order to get this powerful information to each and every one of us. His attempt has arrived now in getting this information to the masses here in America. We strongly encourage you to go back and review this information here. This information will always or also be in the description area if you're on YouTube. But go back, review this information, and get caught up to speed on what you're about to see, because this is incredibly powerful. When you click on this link, this is going to bring you to a page. We want you to read that page, all the information on that page from left to right. The imgsyndication.com link, read that information from left to right. Review all this information here about Mr. Aldridge. Get caught up to speed, and the rest of the links are going to get you caught up to speed. This is the sign-up link. My contact information will be on the inside once you sign up. But this is very, very, very important. The most important thing to do. Go to this link first. Read the information from left to right. It's going to bring you to this page. That information from left to right. Read that. Get familiar with everything there. The two most important things, you can come back and get caught up on the rest, but the two most important for the viewing of this presentation is the IMG opportunity. You click on that link and you're going to view a detailed video on the compensation strategy, exactly how you get paid. It walks you through the process of how you get paid. You may not understand everything, but just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it works or it doesn't work. But and then click on this schedule here, the IMG coin commission schedule. It is very important that you view these two before proceeding, or you can proceed and then come back and review this information and watch the video again, because the more times you watch it, it's going to make much more sense. The IMG opportunity link will bring you right to this page, so view this video. Very, very, very important. View that video and then go to this link next and review that information about the IMG coin commission schedule. I often say to people, do you really understand how your vehicle operates? When you get in that vehicle and then turn the key and it gets you to your destination, do you really understand all the dynamics that were initiated in order to get you to where you need to go? Chances are, if you're 99% of the population, no, you don't. I mean, we all know the basics of changing a tire, maybe changing the oil, but do we really understand what makes a car tick? There's probably less than 1% of the population in our car mechanics and experts that understand how electricity works through a car and how pistons and all that stuff works. But you get in, you turn your key and you get to your destination. And that's sort of like this system. You don't have to understand how it works to know that it does work. Same thing for electricity. Do you have to know how electricity works for you to benefit from it? No, you don't. Probably less than 1% of the population knows and understands how electricity works. But we come home every day, we flick a switch, and it's there for us. We don't have to know how something works in order to know that it does work. Before we move on to the seminar, I want to share something with you that is so profound. Sharing this information with a minimum of 2 people that duplicate the process, instead of putting our money in the bank that pays you almost literally nothing, I want to share with you how profound this is if you just implement the process. You look at our banking system today. Suppose you had a savings plan of your own. You took $100 a month and put it in a bank. That's $1,200 a year. Our banking system will pay you actually less than 1%, but at 1%, we're just going to use 1%, you're going to earn $12 from the bank for letting that money sit there for a whole year. And God forbid if you have one of those accounts where if you fall short of the minimum, they're going to hit you with $13, $15 fees every single month, while the hard-earned money that you put in the bank, your money that you put in the bank, they hit you for and charge you fees for it. Well, I want to do a paradigm shift in thinking to get this information out to America. This is what Dr. Aldridge is going to break down to you. I refer to him as doctor because he should be a doctor. He should have an honorary doctorate degree. However, you take the strategy that we have here. This purchase of this coin is going to be $85 per month in our IMG syndication. It's actually $80. That's the $5 shipping charge. So 85 times 12, you're going to receive 12 of these coins on your own. Just 12. You share this information with 2 individuals and let them duplicate the process, and you are not going to just receive 12. you're going to receive large numbers of these on a monthly basis as they continue to accumulate. Now, I mentioned to you that you're also going to get a second income with the income that's going to be directed straight to your bank account. Well, when you think about this, you're accumulating an asset, the silver coin that increases in value, will definitely be increasing in value down the road. But you're getting an asset that can be converted to gold, can be converted to platinum. And so this is a dual income with the software that is exclusive to IMG. Mr. Aldridge is going to explain to you the power of a syndication. Let everyone come into understanding of how leverage works. Leverage is the only way that the wealthy get wealthy. They have leveraging systems. This is our leveraging system that will create for you a profound income. And remember, the information that I gave you, you can view it before or after, but either way, make sure you review that information, come back and watch this again, and let your financial independence begin. So without further ado, let's enter into the Infinity Marketing Group webinar.
Hello, and welcome from IMG. We are pleased to have you visit with us today. I'm IMG Regional Assistant Therese Parker, and I will be hosting today's IMG Compensation Plan Strategy Session along with IMG founder, Mr. James E. Aldridge, Jr. Come with me as Mr. Aldridge takes you through the IMG Syndication Strategy Protocol illustration for the IMG E1K1 and TAPS compensation plan model. The IMG E1K1 software program will demonstrate the power of the foundation of the compensation plan model of combining the power of giving with the power of syndicating. Mr. Aldridge will reveal an unlimited income opportunity as he breaks down the financial calculations of the unique syndication structure as you see here. Combined with a direct paid commissions compensation plan, the logic of buying, saving, selling, and giving monthly, and the long-term financial benefits of utilizing such a valuable financial product. Before I open this session to Mr. Aldridge, I would like to suggest that new IMG prospects make sure you have reviewed and studied the IMG opportunity and the IMG plan commission schedule prior to proceeding further with our seminar today. Mr. Aldridge, would you like to take it from here?
Yes, I would be happy to do so, Therese, and thank you very much for preparing everyone for me. I always like to start off by acknowledging that everyone's time is valuable. So I personally thank everyone for your attention and your time today. With that said, I will take it for granted that we all understand a major financial concept that time is money. So why don't we start out by focusing on the E1K1 compensation plan model initial 5 protocols. Of course, these protocols are the backbone, structure, and building blocks of the IMG E1K1 software program. To begin, the E1K1 is a financial-based software program that tracks and accounts for money instead of the conventional network marketing software programs that track and accounts for people. This alone is unique to the industry and exclusive to IMG. So let's investigate this 5-fold protocol financial management software program. Starting with protocol number 1 was to generate a substantial cash flow. Protocol number 2 was to generate this substantial cash flow in the least amount of time. Protocol number 3, we wanted to minimize the upfront capital or out-of-pocket costs. Protocol number 4, we wanted to limit the number of syndication team members necessary to generate this substantial cash flow, as the quality of team members became more valuable than the quantity of team members. And last, with Protocol 5, we wanted to utilize the best financial product available that will provide insurance for our family's current and long-term financial safety, security, and liquidity. And the one product that fit all of those and many more benefits was the American Silver Eagle Bullion Coin. So now, let's apply syndicating to the 5 protocols managing our financial software program. In just a quick review of what you learned from IMG's opportunity video, you will first establish, as you see here, an ISSP savings account with a purchase of 1 1-ounce American Eagle Silver Bullion Coin. Next, you will enlist 2 quality syndication team members who will establish their own ISSP savings account by purchasing 1 1-ounce American Eagle Silver Bullion Coin purchase order contract each month also. The purchase that your first member makes is passed forward to the lead syndication member as a sale given to that member in the form of a PIF, or pass it forward sale. And lastly, a commission is paid on that PIF sale to the receiving lead syndication member. Finally, you will keep the purchase that your first team member makes as a sale credited to you as your kept sale, as you see here, in which you will then have a referral fee commission paid out to you. Buy, save, sell, and give for an incredible income through syndicating. Now, with Chart 1, let's take a quick look at the application of the protocols for calculating the monthly and annual earnings referral fee commissions, or as we refer to them as RFCs. We have here sales, which are the PIF sales, plus the kept sales, which equals the total number of purchase order contracts, or POCs as we refer to them, multiplied times the referral fee commission, and then this gives us our monthly total and annual total earnings. With that, let's walk through the first commission calculations, producing your monthly and annual earnings. You enlist your first 2 strong members. As you see here, your pay it forward PIF position has been passed forward to the lead syndication member, or LSM. This now shows a 0 sale for you on your first PIF position. Of course, the second sale is a kept, and as you see here, you are credited for that sale with a total purchase order contract of 1 times $20 in referral fee commissions brings you to $20 monthly and $240 annually in your business activity. So, as you can see, this creates a simple illustration of our pass it forward and our kept protocols as it pertains to your business activity and income production. Now, to continue, let's look at the pay it forward benefit to you, as you are now a qualified lead syndication member. Sales are now passed forward to you as a PIF, added with your KEP sale, which now increases your purchase order contracts and income production. As you can see, you now have a pay it forward sale credited to you in your pay it forward position. This sale came from your KEP sale who enlisted their first new member, and that PIF sale was passed forward to you. Your KEP sale makes their monthly purchase, which now credits you for 2 sales for that month or purchase order contracts. Doing the quick math, you now have 2 purchase order contracts, and your monthly and annual earnings, look at that, they have doubled. Consequently, as each member continues to make their monthly savings account purchase, only enlists 2, passes 1 forward, and keeps 1, your purchase order contracts continue to increase, and your monthly and annual earnings continue to increase as well. Now, you have 2 new sales passed forward to you by the system, as you see here, plus your 1 KEP sale now brings you to 3 purchase order contracts times $20 in referral fee commission, which equals $60 a month and in earnings, and here we have $720 in annual earnings. A pattern should now be clear with 3 passive forwards sales plus your 1 KEP sale of 4 total purchase order contract times $20 in referral fee commission increases your monthly earnings to $80 and your annual earnings to $960. As well as we let this syndication further develop, you can clearly see a continual increase in purchase order contracts, thereby increasing your monthly and annual earnings to $100 a month and $1,200 annually. It goes to $120 a month to over $1,400 annually. And here you see $140 a month to over $1,600 a month. You've got cash and coins every month by doing what? Sharing the work. Precious metals and the E1K1 syndication compensation plan. That's right, how simple and how powerful. Moreover, in Chart 2, to truly appreciate the power of such a simple financial software accounting program and the incredible potential for creating a very livable annual income can best be illustrated by watching the development of a syndication as this protocol multiplies itself. In this chart, I would like to illustrate what happens as your syndication begins to develop when your PIFs are now being passed forward to you as a fully qualified lead syndication member. Also, it's important at this stage that your ancestral line or AFL develops your pay it forward production only. Okay? So let me repeat that. It's important to note at this stage that your ancestral line, which is right here, AFL, develops your pay it forward production only. This means that your KEP position and your ASL constitutes your actual syndication. That's what it will be made up of. Follow me closely as I illustrate the development of your syndication. Taking it from the top, your first sale, what is that? Pass forward. Your second sale, KEP, which totals one purchase order contract times your first referral fee commission of $20 for a total of $20 a month in earnings and $240 in annual earnings. Now, let's watch the multiplication factor as you start receiving pay it forwards as a qualified lead syndication member. What do we have here? One PIF sale plus one KEP sale now doubles your purchase order contracts to 2 times $20 in referral fee commission, which doubles your monthly earnings to $40 and doubles your annual earnings to $480. Fantastic, I would say, as you still only enlisted 2 strong members and you have already doubled your income. When you have 50 PIF sales with your one KEP, this gives you, look at that, 51 purchase order contracts times $20. That's over $1,000 a month and over $12,000 in annual earnings. When's the last time any of you had such a jump in a pay raise on your job?
Mr. Aldridge, speaking for myself, I know I've never had a $1,000 jump in a pay raise on my job in a year, less known 1 month. Also, doesn't JOB stand for Just Over Broke? And believe me, I know those of you with us today that signed the back of your paycheck instead of the front know exactly what I mean.
Okay, I guess that should be a real wake-up call for our guest today, Terrell. Now, let's give our guest today an additional wake-up call and illustrate what happens as your syndication truly begins to mature. Let's look at this. You now have 100 PIF sales and your one regular KEP or an increase of 101 purchase order contracts, and your monthly and annual earnings once again have almost doubled. Therese, I'm going to jump down to when you have 250 PIFs to make a point for you and our guests looking at a job versus a business utilizing such a strong and powerful software program and strategy. Look, if you notice here, you have generated a $60,000 a year annual income. So now what you have is cash, coins, and only a 250 member syndication producing a middle-class annual income. Yes, simple yet powerful is very true. But also more important, Therese, did you know that the numbers reflected on a 2010 census shows that the middle class average yearly income ranges from $36,000 up to $57,000 a year?
Well, yes, Mr. Aldridge, I did. I had read that in some of my recent research, but to my surprise, financial economists are still using 2010 data to justify 2018 figures, which have remained virtually unchanged. I would have thought that these figures would have been adjusted for today's current inflationary economic positions of the middle-class American family. But don't forget a very important factor in favor of our system. Our incomes are backed and secured by precious metals, and that's real security to me.
Those are very good points, Therese, which should make the IMG opportunity even more important for our guests to take advantage of and experience a different economic reality. With that said, in Chart 3, let's look at the most unique and exclusive advantages of having the assistance of a financial software program that accounts for and tracks money instead of people. This protocol concept is referred to as the IMG Threshold Auto Purchase Placement System, or simply known as TAP. IMG can establish preset repurchase thresholds based on the increasing levels of the syndication member's referral fee commissions profit. When a member's earnings reach the pre-designated threshold, TAPS will automatically execute the following protocol. First, TAPS automatically make a new purchase from the syndication member's referral fee commission. Second, TAPS then automatically places new purchases as the PIF or KEP sales in the appropriate syndication PIF or KEP pay position. Third, the referral fee commission profit will then be paid out. Fourth, the additional coins will be shipped directly to the purchasing syndication member. And fifth, lastly, the balance of the syndication member's referral fee commission profit will be deposited into the syndication member's bank account. Now, I'm going to review those real quick once again. First, you have TAPS automatically makes new purchases from the syndication member's referral fee commission profit. Second, TAPS will then automatically place these new purchases as new PIF or new KEP sales in the appropriate syndication member's PIF or KEP pay position. Third, referral fee commissions are then paid out. Fourth, the additional coins will be shipped directly to the purchasing syndication member. And lastly, the balance of the syndication member's referral fee commission profit will be direct deposited into the syndication member's bank account. This is where we have designated and designed into the software program a common and very financially profitable concept that all successful businesses practice today. Simply, you make a profit, some goes back in, and some goes into your pocket. This allows any business to grow and prosper without incurring additional debt by borrowing additional funds to grow their business and profit. In addition, additional advantages of the TAP strategy is that you will have increased production and profits by the proper financial management of your profit on an automatic basis. The TAP strategy is simply replicating a very profitable Wall Street financial concept known as pyramiding your profit. Moreover, by pyramiding your profit with the TAPS protocol, members will experience an exciting multiplication effect on their purchase order contracts and therein their earnings. So, with chart 4, let's review this dynamic system as we work through this formula and the model for the TAP. To further illustrate the multiplication effect on your purchase order contract, we will in turn multiply the referral fee commission profit. Let's first go over the formula, and then we will apply the numbers. The formula starts with first adding your existing PIF sales plus the new TAPS PIF sales automatically made from your referral fee commission, which these new TAPS PIF sales are then automatically placed in a member's PIF pay position as extra PIF sales. Next, the system will also add your existing KEP sale plus your new TAPS KEP sales automatically made from your referral fee commission, and then automatically places these new kept sales in your kept paid position as extra kept sales. This now gives you the total number of purchase order contracts that you will be paid out on for that month. Now, let's apply a few numbers to better illustrate the multiplication effect on the purchase order contracts, which in turn will equate to a multiplication effect on your coins and earnings. You will first notice that no sales in your regular PIF and TAPS positions. Always remember that this PIF, along with the new TAPS PIF, will be passed forward to the lead syndication member. Next, you have your existing kept sales plus your new TAP sales. Adding across the board here gives you a total of 2 purchase order contracts from your one kept team member. Your purchase order contracts just doubled without doubling your work. Did you notice that? With a conventional sales and marketing system, you could have done the same thing by recruiting another person. But with the E1K1 TAP system, we are using the money in the system to make more money instead of requiring you to recruit more people to make more money. Is it easier to make more money by putting your money to work for you or to get your more people to make more money? Therese, what do you think would be the answer to that question for our guest viewing today?
Well, as they say, Mr. Aldridge, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out.
So true, Therese, so true. But to continue, let's look at a member with both a PIF and kept positions in place, like we see right here. Now, this time around, as you see here, you have your existing PIF sale and a new TAPS PIF sale, plus your existing kept sale. Now, because your kept members' earnings have already increased, TAPS automatically increased that member's purchase to 2 new TAPS sales, which now gives you a total of 5 purchase order contracts. Here, you have only 2 pay positions in place, and you have now doubled down in both of those positions, and hence you have doubled down in your purchase order contract production also. Now watch and listen closely. As these same 2 members' referral fee commission profits increase, their TAPS purchases will automatically increase, thereby increasing your overall purchase order contract production to 7 purchase order contracts, then to 9 purchase order contracts, then to 11 purchase order contracts, to 13 purchase order contracts, and for this illustration purposes, we will cap this at 15 purchase order contracts. What you have now seen is that as your same 2 syndication team members' referral fee commissions increase, TAP is automatically increasing the total number of purchase order contracts that you are going to be paid on. As you can clearly see here, only 1 PIF and 1 kept position produced 62 purchase order contract sales.
Excuse me, if I may, Mr. Aldridge, this must be the most exciting real-life example for our guests today by viewing a true working concept of getting your money to work for you instead of working for your money. I sure know that it was a wake-up call for me in my syndication when we first learned of such an outstanding financial software program that tracks money instead of people.
Therese, moreover, my point is to illustrate for our guests today that our software program, you can utilize the same physical number of syndication team members and grow your income by using house money instead of sweat equity. Sweat equity meaning you having to continue to recruit a greater number of individuals to achieve greater profit. Now, please understand this carefully. To put this in a nutshell, our system will result in a new and additional purchases and sales by just using the referral fee commission profit and a strong syndication who will, without fail, follow the simple E1K1 5 protocols and application powerful TAPS model.
Mr. Aldridge, if I may, can I make a quick suggestion for our guests today?
Therese, go right ahead.
Well, first, I hope our guests now realize how important it is to invite only quality, committed individuals. Lastly, I would like for our guests to just take a quick moment to rewind and review your explanation of the TAPS protocol model before they proceed further. This should greatly aid our guests' understanding when you begin taking them through the IMG E1K1 TAPS referral fee commission earnings charts.
Thank you, Therese. That was very considerate of you, especially as we advance into our ultimate syndication strategy. Now, in Chart 5, let's put a few actual earnings numbers with the TAPS protocol formula model. Let's see. First, by reviewing what you learned in charts 1 through 4, the formula you see here is calculating your total number of purchase order contracts based on your regular PIF and KEP sales plus your monthly TAPS sales and TAPS KEP sales times your referral fee commission, which brings you to a total monthly and annual income. One more time. First, by reviewing what you've learned in charts 1 through 4, let's look at the formula here, okay? This is based on your regular monthly PIF sales, KEP sales, plus your TAPS PIF sales, plus your TAPS KEP sales, times the referral fee for your purchase order contract, and that equals your monthly and annual earnings. Here also, we will follow the production of only one PIF position and one KEP position as referral fee commissions increase with the one new TAPS sale protocol when that's applied. Applying one new TAPS sale to the referral fee commissions, we can begin to see the dynamic multiplication effect on your earnings. As you see here, right here, you see 0 as your first sale was passed forward, and with one existing KEP sale and one new TAPS KEP sale, you now have 2 purchase order contracts times $20 for a total of $40 in monthly earnings and $480 in annual earnings. Of course, now, as you qualify as a lead syndication member, pass it forward or PIF sales right here are passed forward to you so that you now begin to generate multiple purchase order contracts to in turn multiply your monthly and annual earnings. with one PIF sale plus one TAP sale plus one KEP sale plus two TAP sales as your syndication KEP members' earnings have increased again. This equals 5 purchase order contracts times a $20 commission, which brings you to $100 monthly and $960 in annual earnings.
Excuse me, Mr. Aldrich. I know you're going to get to this, but if you would please, let me share with our guests what I was so excited about at this point when I first learned of this power system.
Of course, Therese, at your pleasure.
Well, the excitement for me was that I had my $80 back in my pocket from my initial purchase of my Silver Eagle coin, and I had a $20 bill as pure profit laying on the table beside my coin. And lastly, I had the funds for my next month's purchase without digging back in my pocket again.
Hey, Therese, that's like letting the cat out of the bag, but let's continue anyway, showing our guests how to get to where you are. Here, we see that your TAP sales have increased to 2. As far as your PIFs, as you see here, have increased to 3 purchase order contracts. Now, when you add your existing PIF, KEP, and KEP sales, that brings you to 7 purchase order contracts times $20 for a total earnings of $140 monthly and over $1,600 annually. So once again, what do we have here? We have your TAP sales increasing to 2 purchase order contracts. Your TAP KEP sales increased to 3, and that brings you to 7, and your increase in income. I know, Therese, you don't have to go there and say anything. Let me share this with them. This new member has their $80 back in pocket also, their coin, and a pure $60 profit on the table with the funds for their next month's purchase. Now, let's watch as your syndication purchase order production increases as the one new TAP sale protocol is applied. To continue, with an increase to 9 purchase order contracts, you are now at over $2,000 in annual income. With an increase to 11 purchase order contracts, you are now at over $2,600 in annual income. Yet another increase, you see here, 13 purchase order contracts brings you to over $3,000 in annual income. With only 2 positions using profits instead of people, we will cap this at 15 purchase order contracts and over $3,000 in $3,600 in annual income. Amazing, I would say. As we have illustrated, more sales income from the same syndication members.
If I may, Mr. Aldrich, every time during this section of our compensation plan presentation, the first thing that comes to my mind is absolutely awesome. And as I know what's coming next, I just want to let our guests know you ain't seen nothing yet.
My goodness, Therese, you have become a little teaser over time, haven't you? Well, before Therese gives away the whole store, let's move into chart number 6. As we did in Chart 2, let's recreate a developing syndication where you began to have PIF sales pass forward to you as you are now a fully qualified lead syndication member. Now, let's look at the multiplication of purchase order contracts and the effect on increasing your earnings as the One New TAPS protocol aids in your production of purchase order contracts. With this example, once again, I would like to bring to your attention the fact that your ancestral syndication line develops through your pay it forward position right here. So, jumping down to your first PIF sale, you can see the additional One New TAPS PIF sale plus your existing KEP sale and its additional One New TAPS KEP sale, which then totals 4 purchase order contracts times $20 equals $80 per month in earnings and $960 in annual earnings. As we continue to follow the development of your syndication, as you see here, you have 50 PIF sales, and each of those has one new TAPS PIF sale, plus your regular one KEP sale, plus your one new TAPS KEP sale, which brings you to 102 purchase order contracts times $20 that produces over $2,000 a month and over $24,000 in annual earnings. Now, you do the math with me from here as your syndication develops with 100 PIF sales, 100 new PIF sales, your regular KEP sale, your new KEP TAPS sale, and yes, that's correct. 202 purchase orders, contracts, that's over $4,000 in monthly earnings and over $48,000 in annual earnings. Again, here you are at the middle class average yearly income range, which starts at $36,000 and goes up to $57,000. Here also, your calculations are correct. 150 PIF sales, 150 new TAPS PIF sales, your one KEP sale, your one new TAPS KEP sale, and because your TAPS and because of that, you now have 302 purchase order contracts bringing in over $6,000 in monthly earnings and over $72,000 in annual earnings. I'm sure from here, it is little doubt in your mind that an annual six-figure income is within the reach of a financial software program that tracks and manages money instead of people, just like you see right here. But moreover, you can't overlook the true power of this program as you have only 250 syndication members, which has the ability to create an ongoing, increasing monthly and annual earnings with only an $80 per month ISSP account.
If I may interrupt you, Mr. Aldrich, earlier I told our guests that they hadn't seen anything yet. Now, if they think this is something, well, let me share this with you all today. Mr. Aldrich still has one more chart to go.
Okay. I'll get on with this if you will calm down over there.
Mr. Aldrich, you know how I get when the spoiler alert page is about to come up. So if our guests can't handle big numbers, they need to skip the next slide that you're about to go into. So I will let our guests know now that they have been warned.
Well, now, that Therese has stolen all of my thunder. Let's see if I can follow that opening and not disappoint you all today. So, what I would like to do with Chart 7 is quickly illustrate a maturing syndication, and instead of a what-if scenario, you will be viewing the future development of your IMG E1K1 TAPS syndication. First, we still hold our illustration to 250 syndication team members in your ancestral syndication line, as you see here. We will simply add to the E1K1 and TAPS formula the TAPS protocol that the TAPS will increase by one new TAPS monthly for both your PIF and KEP positions. Of course, we already know one new TAPS and your 250 member syndication already exceeds an annual income of 6 figures, like you see here. Now, let's apply what you have learned here today and let the following earnings speak for themselves. Next, we have 2 new TAPS. Look at this, over $180,000 per year in revenue. Here we have 3 new TAPS. Look at this. That's almost $250,000 per year. We go to 4 new TAPS. This is well over $250,000 a year at $300,000. 5 new TAPS. Still growing, isn't it? 6 new TAPS. $400,000 in annual earnings. As we cap this with 7 TAPS and $481,000, which is almost $500,000 in annual income, it is very easy to bring this to a close by ensuring you that this software program offers anyone who is willing to work and follow the protocols an infinite income potential opportunity. Hey, okay, let's all take a breath here for a few minutes as we bring our session to a close today, because as you may see, this plan may not be for everyone. This plan is about quality and not quantity. If you enlist quality members that follow the IMG E1K1 protocol and only enlist quality members that do the same, the protocol will develop substantial silver holdings and earnings by sheer momentum. As you have learned here today, hopefully, our compensation plan was a learning opportunity and not just a pay plan with no real financial plan as a foundation with which to build your family's financial future and security. Just look at the successful business concepts we have shared with you today as you studied the IMG E1K1 compensation plan. First, precious metals as tangible asset savings account. Second, securing your paper dollars or Federal Reserve notes with American Eagle silver bullion coins, as we refer to as real money. Third, make money by giving money away. Fourth, as you give, you will receive tenfold. Fifth, of course, it takes money to make money. Sixth, reinvest in your own business for greater profit with no debt. 7, how about this one? Let your money do the work for you instead of you working for your money. And 8, how to successfully pyramid your profits for larger profits. if you applied the same financial principles and concepts to any other business ventures you may undertake, you will obtain a successful outcome for that business. That's why, by utilizing these tried, true, and successful financial principles and concepts, you can build the financial future and security of your choosing. IMG fully understands that you did not expect such a simple program to have such an enormous opportunity when you were first visiting with us today and on our website. You've all heard this before. You must crawl before you walk and walk before you run. E1K1 is first and foremost to aid you in reestablishing your family's initial financial position from that of the devastation of the 2008 financial crisis. Make today about changing your financial behavior by learning about the proper financial management discipline and taking financial management responsibility. Okay, go here with me for a moment. To begin, you must change your financial behavior by no matter what your financial position, you will always pay yourself first. Then, you must have the proper financial management discipline to make sure you are saving with the right financial product and allow your American Eagle Silver, Gold, and Platinum Bullion Coin account to secure your accumulation of paper dollars or Federal Reserve notes. Furthermore, then comes taking financial management responsibility, as you have just experienced an incredible opportunity where through the power of sharing, income is generated back to your family. Just how more effective will your debt reduction plan perform if you have an additional $100 per month to add to your roll-up DRP? How many more months could be slashed from your goal of being debt-free if you had even $140 a month to add to your roll-up DRP? And of course, with an additional $300 per month added to your roll-up DRP, would surely bring you under the 18 to 24-month goal of receiving your certificate of completion and enjoying a life forever untrained and unchained from lingering debt. By looking closely, IMG has just opened an opportunity for you to begin again by entering the crawling phase with the IMG opportunity. We invite you to follow up through with the person that shares this educational experience with you and advance into the walking stage of our financial education program. IMG's intent is that you have the plan, tools, and materials to then advance into the running stage of returning control of your family's financial destiny back into the hands of the family and out of the hands of your employer, the government, and the IRS. We invite you to experience a different economic reality in the E1K1 TAPS syndication. Look, it's your turn. It's your time. Therese, let me thank you and share with you how much I appreciate your assisting me with opening such a fantastic opportunity to our guest today. I would also like to thank my executive assistant, Ms. Gail Franklin, as our animation director for today, and a special thank you to our guests today.
And please allow me to thank you also, Mr. Aldridge. It was my pleasure and always is when I have an opportunity to further my education by sharing with others that are seeking and need a different economic reality. With that said, let me say from the company and the IMG National family, thank each and every one of you for visiting with us today.
I want to thank Mr. Aldridge for such an incredible presentation. Now remember, time is money. Go back and review the information if you're not familiar with it already. Go back and review in detail. Make sure you get caught up on the Mr. Aldridge's story here, and the join links are right down the bottom here. All this information will be in the description area if you're watching this from YouTube. And remember the example that we gave of the comparison of our banking system compared to the IMG syndication. Remember, think about this. Even if you were involved in a savings plan or an investment plan or anything that returned more than 1% or 2% or 3%, it does not compare to an infinite savings strategy from the Infinity Marketing Group syndication. As you can see, just by everyone understanding and sharing with two, there is no limit to how much income you can earn. Mr. Aldridge was very generous in capping out at a certain amount of individuals, but we know that was just a syndication of 250 people or so. And there are millions of people, over 300 million people here in America. So there is no limit. I want to thank you for your time. With just an $80 per month purchase and sharing this information with two individuals, help us get this word out so that we can change the lives of millions of people here in America. God bless you. Hope you join us, but whatever decision you make, wish you the absolute best.